top is a sweet trip to a candy shop where play.
Hollywood is full of twists, but there are bigger twists in the real lives of these celebrities than in reels. Let's talk about some of the biggest scandals in Hollywood.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy's affair. When speaking of Hollywood scandals, it's always a good thing to start with the iconic Monroe and her infamous affair with Kennedy. In the early 1960s, news about the two spending time together was already out, and honestly, it wasn't a surprise. After all, if Kennedy was one of the most handsome presidents in history, Monroe was no less either. The two started seeing each other in February 1962, after they met at a dinner, held in honor of Kennedy. But it wasn't the first meeting for them, and they had been flirting with each other way before the dinner party. As nice as it sounds, the ending of this love story was pretty tragic. Monroe, being vulnerable, fell for Kennedy much more than she should have. He was losing interest, and this made her fall into a hell of drug and alcohol abuse. And we can say that this was one of the many reasons Monroe died of a drug overdose in August of the same year. After her sudden death, their affair became one of the biggest scandals in the history of Hollywood. Rob Lowe's sex tape. In the late 1980s, Rob Lowe, who was known for his roles in popular films like St. Elmo's Fire, found himself at the center of a scandal that rocked his public image. During the 1988 Democratic National Convention, riding on the wave of his fame from the aforementioned film, Lowe encountered two young women at a downtown Atlanta bar. He invited them to his hotel room, where he engaged in sexual activities with them, unaware that one of the women had surreptitiously recorded their encounter. The discovery of this sex tape brought immense public scrutiny and humiliation upon Lowe. The release of such explicit content involving a well-known actor caused widespread backlash and tarnished Lowe's reputation significantly. He faced public scorn, criticism from media outlets, and a significant decline in his career prospects following the scandal. Despite weathering the storm, Lowe's career did suffer a setback initially due to the controversy. However, he eventually managed to rebound and rebuild his career over time. Cannibal Holocaust's graphic content. Among all the flicks trying to push boundaries back then, there was this one standout called Cannibal Holocaust. But it wasn't just some attention grabber. It caused a massive uproar that echoed through history. This movie got tongues wagging big time. People went nuts thinking it was so realistic that it might have had actual deaths caught on camera. What really set the Cannibal Holocaust apart wasn't just its crazy violence, but also the real animal cruelty on screen. This movie was one of the pioneers in getting labeled a video nasty because of its hardcore content. It also got tangled up in legal issues under the Obscene Publications Act of 1959. Christian Slater's legal troubles. Christian Slater faced numerous legal troubles during the 1980s and the 1990s, primarily due to his struggles with substance abuse. There were several high-profile incidents that garnered public attention and legal consequences for the actor. One notable incident involved a dramatic car chase in 1989, during which Slater attempted to evade police after being pulled over for driving under the influence. This incident resulted in charges and further legal complications for him. In addition to the car chase, Slater was involved in other altercations and incidents relating to his substance abuse problems. An incident at an airport also brought him into the spotlight, resulting in legal issues and public scrutiny. His battles with drugs and alcohol often led to clashes with the law, causing disruptions in his career and personal life. These encounters with the legal system and public attention placed a spotlight on his struggles with substance abuse and the consequences they had on his behavior and career during that period. Matthew Broderick's fatal car crash. You'd be surprised to know that Matthew Broderick was once involved in a tragic car accident in Ireland that resulted in fatalities. The incident occurred when Broderick was driving on the wrong side of the road, as a result of which he collided head-on with another vehicle. The crash resulted in the deaths of two passengers in the other car. Broderick's involvement in the accident led to legal complexities and public scrutiny. His mistake of driving on the wrong side of the road raised questions about road safety and the importance of adhering to traffic regulations, especially when driving in a foreign country with different road rules. The incident sparked a thorough legal investigation to determine the circumstances surrounding the crash. Broderick faced legal repercussions and had to navigate the aftermath of the accident, which included legal proceedings and discussions about responsibility and accountability for the tragic outcome. The collision brought significant attention to the importance of road safety measures and adherence to traffic regulations, emphasizing the potential consequences of not following proper driving protocols. even for well-known individuals like Matthew Broderick. Things became even crazier when the actor's charges for causing death by dangerous driving were dropped. He was charged with careless driving and was fined a meager $175. The actor did apologize to the victim's family, but as per the reports, there was no further contact. No wonder this was such a massive controversy. Todd Bridges' legal battles. Todd Bridges, who is known for his role on the television series Different Strokes, faced significant. The public and the media attention surrounding the scandal became a major point of discussion and speculation, adding to the already intense situations that marked a difficult period in his life and career. Bridges encountered legal battles related to drug possession, carrying a concealed weapon, and other offenses. His struggles with addiction contributed to these legal issues and added complexity to his personal life. One of the most prominent and highly publicized incidents involving Bridges was an attempted murder charge. In 1989, he was accused of shooting a man during an altercation. This case received substantial media attention and added to Bridges' troubled past and legal difficulties. Throughout these challenging times, Bridges battled personal demons, including addiction, and faced the consequences of his actions in the public eye. His struggles with the law and substance abuse were a stark departure from his earlier days as a child star, leading to a troubled phase in his life and career. Corey Feldman's lawsuit against parents. Former child star Corey Feldman took legal action against his parents due to alleged mismanagement of his earnings from acting. Seeking control over his finances, Feldman's lawsuit brought to light the complexities faced by child actors in managing substantial wealth earned at a young age with the entertainment industry. But there was more to his story. As a child star, he was subjected to an environment where people could easily use him for their own purposes. By the age of 15, he was already dealing with neglect and abuse by his own parents. But he later revealed that he was also being molested by an older actor at the time. In his 2013 memoir, he mentioned that his mother would constantly bleach his hair using harmful chemicals. But that wasn't all. He also revealed that his weight was monitored every day. In fact, he was often insulted and punished for eating something like a cookie. Talk about having messy parents. No wonder he sued them. Sandra Bullock. In 2010, Sandra Bullock experienced a roller coaster of emotions. She had just achieved a significant career milestone by winning an Oscar for her performance in The Blind Side. This personal triumph coincided with the adoption of her baby boy, Louis. However, amidst this celebratory time, shocking revelations emerged about her husband, Jesse James. Several women came forward, alleging that they had been involved in affairs with James during his marriage to Bullock. This infidelity allegations rocked the couple's relationships and placed Bullock in the harsh spotlight of tabloid scrutiny. Jesse James faced further backlash when photographs surfaced showing him posing in a Nazi-themed costume. This controversial photo scandal further tarnished the public image and intensified the scrutiny surrounding their marriage. For Sandra Bullock, this period was undoubtedly challenging, as she navigated the emotional turmoil of dealing with her husband's infidelity and the subsequent fallout from these revelations, all the while experiencing the pinnacle of her career success. Eventually, the couple divorced, and Bullock continued to focus on her career and raising her son Louis, away from the public eye as much as possible. Vanessa Williams in 1984. At the age of 21, actress Vanessa Williams was riding high on her success after becoming the first African-American woman to be crowned Miss America in 1983. However, her life took an unexpected and devastating turn when Penthouse, a men's magazine, published unauthorized nude photographs of her without her consent. Initially, Williams had posed for what she believed would be artistic silhouette shots with a photographer. Unfortunately, these images were published in a much more explicit manner than she had agreed upon. The release of these intimate photos caused a public scandal and uproar, shocking the pageant world and the public alike. The revelation of these photos led to immense pressure on Williams, ultimately forcing her to relinquish her title as Miss America. The humiliation and embarrassment resulting from the authorized publication of these images affected her deeply. Despite this painful setback, Vanessa Williams didn't allow this incident to define her entire career. Over time, she managed to rebuild her career, transitioning into successful ventures in music, acting, and other entertainment fields. Additionally, she made history once again, becoming the first former Miss America to serve as a judge for the pageant that had previously stripped her of her title. Arnold Schwarzenegger affair. Arnold Schwarzenegger's extramarital affair with Mildred Patricia Baena, their former housekeeper, became a highly publicized scandal in 2011. During Schwarzenegger's marriage to Maria Shriver, it was revealed that he had engaged in a long-term affair with Baena. The affair resulted in Baena becoming pregnant, and she gave birth to a son named Joseph. What added to the shock of this revelation was the timing. The child was conceived around the same time Shriver was pregnant with Schwarzenegger's legitimate son, and both boys were born just days apart. This discovery of Schwarzenegger's infidelity and the existence of a child born out of wedlock caused widespread media attention and public scrutiny. It led to significant turmoil within Schwarzenegger's family and his marriage to Maria Shriver, eventually resulting in their separation and divorce. According to the details, Joseph's mother kept the kid's identity hidden, but it became difficult to hide when Joseph started looking a lot like Arnold. In a Netflix docuseries, Arnold revealed a lot of details about his extramarital affair. He surely knows that it affected his marriage and led to the divorce as well. But one thing is for sure, he's very proud of his son and takes good care of him. In an interview, he said, "It was wrong what I did, but I don't want to make Joseph feel that he's not welcome in this world, because he is very much welcomed in this world." Roman Polanski. The case involving Roman Polanski and his arrest in 1977 on charges related to unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor remains one of the most infamous scandals in Hollywood's history. In 1977, Polanski faced serious charges of unlawful sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old girl. He pleaded guilty to this charge as part of a plea deal, but later fled the United States before sentencing. Fearing that the judge might reject the plea deal and hand down a harsher sentence, Polanski fled to France and has remained there ever since, evading extradition attempts by U.S. authorities. Despite the gravity of the accusations against him and his evasion of justice, Polanski continued to work in the film industry. Over the years, he received both acclaim and criticism for his work. His 2020 film, An Officer and a Spy, got attention and accolades, leading to Polanski winning the Best Director award at the César Awards, France's equivalent of the Oscars. This recognition stirred controversy and reignited discussions about the film industry's treatment of Polanski in light of his past actions. Many people expressed outrage over honoring someone with such serious allegations against them. Alec Baldwin. In 2007, a voicemail message surfaced in which actor Alec Baldwin was heard berating his daughter, Ireland, who was 11 years old at the time. The message was so messy that it started making rounds on TV and newspapers in no time, and everyone wondered what exactly the 11-year-old did to deserve all of that. In the message, Baldwin used derogatory language and criticized his daughter in a harsh and inappropriate manner. Honestly, not even a bad father would use the language he did. The leaked voicemail caused significant public attention and controversy, drawing widespread criticism toward Baldwin for his behavior. The incident shed light on the challenges of co-parenting and personal disputes that can become public spectacles, particularly in high-profile cases involving celebrities. Apparently, Ireland had missed a scheduled call with Alec, which led to him leaving a rude message for her. Not only did he say that he didn't care how old she was, but he also called her a thoughtless little pig. Despite the initial fallout and public scrutiny, both Alec Baldwin and his daughter, Ireland, have seemingly moved past the incident. Over the years, they have worked on repairing their relationship and have portrayed a more amicable dynamic in public. Baldwin has expressed regret for his behavior and has attempted to reconcile with his daughter. Reports and public appearances have indicated that their father-daughter relationship has improved, with both Baldwin and Ireland maintaining a more positive and supportive connection. They have spoken publicly about moving forward from the incident, emphasizing forgiveness and familial bonds. In fact, Ireland has made several funny TikTok videos out of this incident, so it's safe to say that she's okay with it now. And that's all for today. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe